Welcome back and now tune into the other side of sports. It's your host Laws in the building. You already know we here. It's me, Aaron. We out this jump rocking out. Thanksgiving's over. The mud hole of the Washington Commanders is over. We're gonna get into a whole bunch of stuff. First things first, before we get into the sports situations and scenarios and all that good stuff, dog. Yeah, what's up with the Bama P. Diddy, dog? P. Diddy had to step down from Revolt. Did they force him out or he stepped down on his own?
If you don't step down in that situation, you're basically going to collapse your company. So it's your best bet to get out of there. So, I mean, you're already going to affect whatever revenue is generated. It's going to be sponsors canceling and all that kind of stuff. So it's like trying to mitigate the disaster that's going to come with the business.
So first thing happened was the Cassie situation came out. She guess she filed a lawsuit against him. And
got him for $30 million.
The lawyers paid that junk out ASAP. Let me
that
just
was the mistake. That was the mistake.
Because once you pay out the bread, it's an admission of guilt, in my opinion, dog.
Right.
Especially when
it
the
brings
numbers
other
that
Bamas
high.
out the woodwork. It brings other Bamas out the woodwork. And the thing is, like, that used to be the game plan back in the day before social media. Like, you settle it so it doesn't become public. Once it becomes public, if you settle it, you basically saying you did it. So he should have fought the joint, but
yeah, made them
now he in the fry. It's over with.
Unless she just had, when she came to the negotiation table, she probably had tapes of stuff to just be able to, like, I mean, the evidence had to be damning for him to just.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the thing is, like, let's say she would have came with the evidence, and it would have punished them. What is it? Plaintiff number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If they don't have the same evidence, they can't come out the woodwork. So if it's a one-time, like, it's still terrible. But if it's a one-time thing, when the Bama start to pile on like Cosby, you out of here. You out of here. Because it don't have to be real. Just like if it's once, that's once, and it's believable, and you didn't have to see any evidence, you basically acknowledging the guilt by paying the settlement, then everybody, I'm about to cash out too. He got a Billy, I'm about to cash out. So you got to fight that joint like Trump, dog. Or just don't touch people inappropriately, or but I know that's too hard for some of these rich families. They can't function like a normal citizen.
Go pervert, dog. All the stories is coming out. It's like, bro, what kind of these Bamas is living? Wow, dog. Bamas got youngins chained up in basements, all types of funny business, dog. Got stalkers. Bamas CSI investigators like following Bamas around and stuff. Heard he dangled our man from the city off the balcony in the studio just because he thought he was trying to holler, dog.
He thought he was shook. Everybody was trying to play shook.
Hey, dog, then Aaron Hall, this Bama here, dog, need to be locked up. He need to be locked up. He
been telling on himself.
He been, dog. What's the statute of limitations on this Bama? Get him out of here. He filthy, Aaron. Filthy animal. Get him off the streets, dog. This man was touching kids in high school. Speaking of kids in high school, dog, Josh Giddey need to be locked up. How is this Bama playing one basketball game, Aaron?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
How is he playing? How is he suiting up and going out on the floor? There's no explanation. There's no rationale that anybody can provide that will excuse the OKC organization or the NBA for allowing Josh Giddey to play basketball when it's alleged that this Bama was touching minors.
Is actively. The post came out like this week or last week.
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Dog, and not just messing with little kids. This Bama was grooming the children, dog. He was having other youngins get other high school kids to do stuff with him, dog. I am appalled. Dog, this just shows that this whole system it's all a hoax, dog. It's nothing real about the system, dog. They pick and choose who they want to be aggressive with. They pick and choose. You got Kyrie Irving a year ago, they almost blackballed this Bama out of everything, dog. They try to take his whole livelihood away because this Bama watched a video on TV, a documentary that anybody and their mother could find. He said he looked at the Joan that had some interesting facts in it, and they try to get rid of this man immediately. Here this dude touching kids, allegedly, or dog, even dog, there's certain allegations that people put out there that should never be attached to your name, dog. And touching kids is one of them.
That's the one seed. That's the one seed of stuff that should never, ever, ever be attached to your name. That's the one. I can't think of nothing worse.
Dog, it's the. Then I had a Bama. So on social media, you know, stuff be on social media heavy. So I come out, I'm like, dog, this is egregious. This is like the league needs to step in and do something. This one Bama had the audacity to come in and say he was 19 and they was 17. I was like, dog, we doomed, dog. We doomed. America doomed, dog.
People make a lane to be able to do whatever they want to do. Like, it's too much freedom. It's over with.
Dog, he shouldn't. They got a game tonight. The Bama should not be on the floor at all. If anything, he should be sitting on the side. No, he shouldn't even be in the arena while they do an investigation, dog. Bama's is suspended for less, Aaron. This Bama John Moran had a gun on his IG, and this Bama, dog, the stories in the dog, when there's smoke, there's fire. Some of the stuff they saying about this Bama Josh Giddey, dog, is they said this Bama got a chat called Giddey's Kitties.
No! That's hilarious. It's not, but it is. That's why.
Yo, this Bama got a chat called Giddey's Kitties, and where he grooming the youngins.
I don't know. Yo, is that true?
Bro, if it's a rumor, dog, it's no way, it's nothing you can tell me to convince me that this is okay. Dog, I'm not even saying that the man guilty. I'm saying that at the very least, while you sort things out, if you're going to suspend Kyrie Irving for the stuff this Bama mentioned in a video in a press conference, if you're going to suspend John Moran for waving guns, whatever, legal or illegal, whatever, this Bama got allegations that he's touching minors as a grown adult, supposed to be a role model for the community and all that. And this Bama is being allowed to play is egregious to me. It's egregious, dog. And I'll let y'all do the guessing of what ethnicity Josh Giddey is.
The unsuspended Giddey.
Hey, the unsuspended ethnic group, dog. It's egregious. And I'm shocked. Dog, I didn't even talk about this on national TV. I'm not even seeing.
You see the pain in Malika Andrews' face to have to talk about that? The pain and anguish. Can you imagine if that was another Bama in the NBA?
That's what I'm saying. This jump would have been, it's been in front page news. Dog, it's not even on Yahoo Sports. To me, this is the biggest story in the sports right now, dog. And the fact that Aaron, there's no way you can convince me that the NBA ain't got bread, ain't got resources, ain't got people and high places to be able to see and vet this out and then be able to make a statement about it. They got a statement about everything else. Dog, I'm telling you, it's a lot. It's egregious what's going on right now. It's egregious. Yeah, so that's that. Frank Wright fired, dog. Let's give it up.
Don't play.
Let's give it up for the Panthers, dog. Let's give it up for the Panthers. They see that we ain't got the guy. He ain't it. Get him out of here. Now, that brings us to here. The Washington Commanders are just they going to let Ron Rivera finish out the season, looks like. You know, I had discussions with a couple people today and recently about the state of the team and the approach of, one, letting Ron Rivera finish out the year and basically getting a clean slate and starting over, go with the guy you want, right? Or firing Ron Rivera, let him be enemy, run the team to be able to get a sample size of what he's capable of and be able to look at it, you know, to be able to see if, you know, how the team responds to him being a head coach, if that's an option. But to me, I don't even think they want Eric Bieniemy, clearly. Because I think you ultimately give him that opportunity and that chance if you are considering him seriously. But if you're not, I just think you just let Ron Rivera go finish out the year, and you kind of got your guy in mind who you want to run the football team, whoever that may be. I have some suggestions of who they should be looking at, but what's your thought, Aaron? Like, do you think Eric Bieniemy? Shout out my man Rio. I talked to Rio today. He's at a sentiment that Eric Bieniemy is sorry too, and that he hasn't really done much to be deserving of like running a team based on the numbers and the fact that they pass more than any other team. Leads the league in interceptions. They play one more. They have one more point scored than they did last year from average scoring standpoint. What are your thoughts, Aaron, on the whole situation? Eric Bieniemy, should they move on from him, which it looks like they're trying to do? Should they give him an opportunity? Is he deserving the opportunity? Was he kind of set up to fail? Like, what is your assessment of the whole situation?
I mean, see that's the tricky part when you just look at the average and look at the numbers like an analytics nerd. If you watch the games, they had like 2 or 3 duds where they scored 3 points against Buffalo, and that's when your boy Howell had 4 interceptions that game, and then they had the 6 turnover game where they scored the 10 points against Dallas, I believe, or versus the Giants. And so when you throw those elements into the average, they had put up 35, 31, like high 20s most games. But when you try to throw in the average of 3 and 10 into that mix, then that's when you end up in those situations. And so you give this guy a quarterback who hasn't played 16 games in the league yet, who was a 5th-round pick, and you expect him to score what? With the talent that's on the field, with the O-line that's been on the field, you expect what to be able to happen. So I don't think you can even assess whether or not Bieniemy is, worthy of being a head coach based on the circumstances that he came into. And so I feel like we see stark changes on the offense. You see improvement from how when he's not taking having those regress games and stuff like that. To me, the offense is clearly better than it was last year.
It's definitely better than it was.
So I go by the eye test, not by the analytic nerd test, or by because I heard them say that on 106. He probably got that off of what was it, 106.7 The Fan? Because one of the analysts.
I think it's really difficult for me. I'll say this from the eye test from last year to this year. The Washington Commanders, from an offensive standpoint, night and day, dog. They look way better than as far as like schemes that they run, as far as how they approach the games. It's night and day.
It's a stark difference.
Yeah. So
what we know is Ron can't coach. What we know is Ron can't coach. That's what we know. What we know is he can't put a team together. What we know is Del Rio can't coach. So when we use these excuses to justify not giving this Bama opportunity, it can't be worse. It can't be worse. You've lost to the Giants twice and to the Bears. It cannot be worse. So unless you give him the opportunity to see how he's being handicapped now with Ron still as the head coach, are there going to be personnel changes? Does Chris Rodriguez get more burn instead of Brian Robinson, who's missed the 2 yards in a cloud of dust? Like, what elements of Ron building the roster and being the GM as well is handicapping the rest of the team? What practice elements with Ron being the head coach? So it's like you can say this little stuff you hear on the radio, but when it comes down to it, it looks like one side of the ball knows what's going on and one side doesn't. That's a stark difference. We see adjustments being made over the season, over the course of games, halftime. It looks like somebody knows how football works and somebody else doesn't on the other side of the ball. So that being said, I would give him an opportunity to see how he looks as a head coach. I'm not saying it's going to be great, particularly with this organization and what he already got on the roster. Like, you can't really make moves. You have no offseason. You don't have a GM.
What do you say? What do you say to those fans and people who watch and say that Eric Bieniemy is not liked amongst the team and amongst the players? Because that's a growing narrative.
Ron is loved.
Now I don't even.
Ron is loved,
and we lose.
Ron is loved. He can't coach. Ron is loved. Jay Gruden was loved. What the hell are they talking about? Have they ever played anything competitive in their life? No. Most
I don't need
do not like
nobody
their
to.
coach.
Yeah,
Most of the good coaches are not like. They're respected, but Bama's they inviting them to the cookout and trying to be all in their face.
Nah.
Most coaches, particularly the dinosaur coaches, are rigid and not like them.
Yeah, nah, agree.
People just be saying stuff, dog. They never competed at nothing. Never competed at nothing.
They
even think you gotta like your teammates. You remember that narrative? Some of the best most winningest teams hated best players hated each other. So people just be talking, dog. When you gotta understand who you talking to when you have these conversations a lot.
Let me ask this question: Is it because we biased because Eric Bieniemy black that we just wanna champion him to the top? Because that's a narrative too, dog. People think we just trying to push the black agenda on the jump. When I'm just trying, I'm being objective.
What's the agenda? When a coach is trash, when a team is trash and the coach obviously can't coach, that's wrong 4th year. The coach gets fired and the next guy up. The assistant head coach is Eric Bieniemy, isn't it? It's not like we trying to pull a quarterback coach or a special teams coordinator or assistant film guy. He's the assistant head coach, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, you gotta tell people shut the hell up sometimes. I'm not just talking to everybody about everything. When Bama show that they a dumbass, I just be like, oh, word, and just keep it moving.
No, I'm trying. I try to be a man of the people and try to get perspectives that I don't align to, and just try to.
What you say about the people, though? What you say about the people? What's your own quote about the people? What's the percentage?
It's a very small percentage, though. It's very small. It's very small and minute.
90% of them idiots, though. Bumbling idiots. That's why the country's failing, dog. Bumbling idiots running around every day at work. Everywhere you go, it's idiot. You surrounded by idiots.
So if they going away from Eric Bieniemy, which it looks like they are, clearly, because there's no rationale you could tell me why you wouldn't give him the opportunity to run this franchise and see, right? If things would be different. And I'm sure you probably noticed some things right out the gate that things would be different. But that aside, you get to the end of the season, who's the new guy they're bringing in, dog? Because there's only a few. I hate them going through all the names.
They have to bring in the GM.
Okay, you bring in the GM.
You got to bring in the GM and let him pick the guy.
So this is the thing. We already behind the 8-ball, dog. Because I feel like all the other teams, they already like kind of making moves and positioning in ways to like be ready, dog. It's so much stuff. We already looking towards the draft. You need philosophies on who we're going to draft. Like all these different factors go into this whole narrative, dog.
This going to be the second best job available. And that plays a factor. So they don't have to rush. Like I want Ron gone too, but it's not like you can't do research as long as you have a head coach. Everybody know Ron going to be gone. They don't have a GM yet. That part is stupid to me. They should have hired somebody by now, I feel like, to get their feet on the ground and kind of evaluate what's going on. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they have to get ahead of the 8-ball because it's going to be the second best job on the market. So once that Chargers job goes, that's going to be the number 1 seed. Then they should get the next priority for whoever else they want after that.
I mean, I'm hearing rumblings of Ben Johnson. Everybody love him for the OC for Detroit. What's the Injero dude from Panthers DC? I'm hearing murmurs about him.
The 1 in 10 Panthers?
Yeah, them. They said the dude is a leader of men, dog, and that's half the battle. I mean, I don't know, man. It's rough out here, bro. It's rough out here. Because after that, it's just a whole bunch of retreads, dog. You know how that go. Retread city.
They probably gonna bring in a GM, and the GM gonna hire an assistant from whatever team he at, like somebody that he know inside the building that he feel like he got an upside. That's probably what's gonna happen. That's what probably should happen. Now, what they gonna end up doing? They probably go get a dinosaur. They say he was talking to Sean Payton before. They probably gonna be looking for John Harbaugh, big splash, because Josh Harris all about them ticket sales with his scary ass. So they probably gonna try to make a splash, but who knows?
Dog, who's the splash, dog? Dion? Bring Dion here and let him coach? I don't know, bro. This joint is a debacle. You just gotta watch them just limp through the end of this year. The season over, dog. I can't even watch my squad no more. Bama looking at CSI and shows on TV because I can't even watch the Commanders no more. These Bama's just, I guess at this point, we coming down the stretch. These are the last games coming up.
This season went by fast though.
It went by fast, bro. We nearing the playoffs, dog. It's getting real. What did you think about that game the other night with the Eagles and the Buffalo Bills? Yeah,
it seems like the Bills find a way to lose, dog. Like they find a way to lose. McDermott might be out of there too. I don't know. They probably should have gave Dabo the job there, but it's no way with that squad you should have that record. It's no way.
Yeah, nah. It's unfortunate, dog. I mean, I thought they did enough to win, but again, you know, they looking at Josh.
Bad turnovers, yeah.
Them costly turnovers, and everybody's asking the question like, but I thought he got him in the scoring range and he did work. I just
after the bad turnover. Without that turnover, they win the game. Without that turnover, they win the game. So, I mean, Jalen Hurts finds a way to get it done.
He does find a way.
He just finds a way to get it done. Alabama had 3 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing. He just finds a way to get it done.
Yeah, he definitely finds a way, dog. He definitely finds a way. All right, on our games for this week. Seattle Seahawks at the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys, they on a little winning streak. Their favorite -9 against Seattle.
Seahawks. If Geno's playing, I got the
Dallas. It's in Dallas.
I got the Seahawks if Geno playing.
Okay, I'm going with the Seahawks as well to cover the 9 points. You got the Los Angeles Clippers. Chargers at the New England Patriots.
Chargers
are favorite -6.
Chargers.
Dog,
Mac Jones is so bad.
Why did they put him in again, Aaron? Why?
So bad.
Dog, they waited. They went up all the way up to game time, and they were like, we don't know if we're going to go with Mac Jones. Like, you didn't know who the quarterback was going to be for the game. And then they started the game with Mac Jones. As soon as I saw him go out there for the first series, I was like, oh, these Bama's lost. Because what has to, dog, what part of the brain has to be just seared away for you to be like, we could probably win with this guy, or we have a chance at winning. There's no chance. I don't get it, Aaron. I just do not get it. So I'm going with the Chargers as well. Detroit Lions at the New Orleans Saints. Detroit's favorite -4.5, coming off of the loss against Green Bay on Thanksgiving. New Orleans, they've been just struggling, but they trying to hang around in their division. I'm going with Detroit -4.5.
I'm gonna go Detroit.
Yeah. Atlanta Falcons at the New York Jets. Jets are underdogs at home +3. So the Atlanta Falcons are favorite -3 against the Jets. The Jet, dog, they talking about Aaron Rodgers is trying to come back in December. I don't believe it, dog.
They just try to keep hope alive. I can't see how that would be physically possible. Because other
Bama's
would have done it before.
possible, dog. Let me tell y'all something. I tore my Achilles before, and I had surgery like maybe 3 days after I tore the joint. Like right away, I had the surgery, right? Dog, once you come out of surgery, you're joint in a boot. Then once you get out of the boot, the back of your leg is so stiff, bro. Like it's like a rubber band. Like it's a rubber band on you, and that joint is so stiff. Like you can't even like wiggle your foot. You have to do intense therapy. But still, even so, if you do it and you get it like loose, you still not gonna be feeling comfortable to dodge live bullets where Bama's is trying to knock your wig piece off. It's just not possible, dog, to protect yourself and be out there on a repaired Achilles like that, dog. You either gonna re-tear that joint or tear your other joint trying to get away. Their offensive line is bad. But they're saying that Aaron Rodgers probably wants to come back and try to get back, because if he plays and they're able to see some success, then that'll keep everybody's job for next year. Do you think that'll happen? So I just don't foresee the Green Bay, the New York Jets, even an idea of them like trying to push him back into action quickly just seems like a fail, bro.
But this is all him. I don't even think it's them. It's really all him. I think they trying to push and keep the team from going flat, as the season comes to an end. I don't know if they still have playoff hopes to get in as a wild card, but I think that's more what it is.
Yeah, that's dead, though. Them playoffs is dead. I think the only benefit to Aaron Rodgers coming back is that he made, like, you're able to see him like have some success. Then you'll be like, okay, next year we'll be okay. We just need to retool. Yeah. But I don't think it's worth it, dog. Like
the risk, because you could be starting over from scratch if you re-tear that joint and not be ready next year.
No, you re-tear that joint or tear your other joint and you're done. Retired. Yeah, you retired, bro. You're not. It's not happening. I don't care. Like, it's not humanly possible, dog. It's not humanly possible.
If he pull this off, he gonna be walking on water.
Pull this off is exactly what he's about to happen. He about to pull his Achilles off his his leg. That's what bro. It's no way. It's no way. Nah. You can cancel that. I'm going with Atlanta Falcons -3. Jets and Tim Boyle. Good luck. Arizona Cardinals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh, again, they just find a way. -5.5. Bama Pickett finally throw over 200 yards, finally.
I'm going to go Cardinals to cover, though. I think Pittsburgh going to win, but I'm going to go Cardinals to cover.
I'm going to go with the... I think I'm going to go with the Steelers -5.5. I'm going to go with the Steelers. Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans. Colts are favorite -1.5 at Tennessee. Tennessee coming off of a win. I think I'm going to go Indianapolis. I think they're just a better team. Okay. Miami Dolphins at the Washington Commanders. Commanders are underdogs at home +9.5. Dolphins. I am going with the Dolphins -9.5 as well. Then you have the Denver Broncos at the Houston Texans. Texans coming off of a heart-wrenching loss against the Jaguars. They're now favored -3.5 in this game. I'm going with Denver.
I'm going to go Houston.
Denver's played a lot of teams tough this year. Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers are favored -5.5.
Buccaneers.
I'm going with the Bucs as well. San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles. What a game, Aaron. What a game.
Eagles.
San Francisco is favored -3.
Eagles to win.
Can the Eagles keep doing it?
That's what they do. They did the same thing last year.
I'm going to go with San Francisco. Cleveland Browns at the Los Angeles Rams. Rams are favored -3.5. Cleveland coming off a loss. Rams coming off a win. Kyron Williams is back, so he's frying for them. I'm going with the Rams.
Against who?
Cleveland Browns and the Rams.
I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Okay, Cleveland it is. Kansas City Chiefs at the Green Bay Packers. Packers are underdogs at home 6.5. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers to cover the 6.5.
I'll go Packers.
Okay. And then for Monday night, you got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars are favored -7.5. I'm going to go with Cincinnati. Cincinnati to cover that 7.5.
I'll go Jags.
Okay. And those are our games for this week. Anything else in the sports world I need to cover, dog? We talked about the pervert Josh
You ain't talk
Giddey.
about your sorry Wizards got to win.
Dog, the Wizards did win, but it don't matter. These Bama's not good.
Worst pick in the league.
They need
because they played the other worst team. Them and Detroit had the worst record.
Yeah, they did, dog. The thing is, you see what you call trying to lock back in. Jordan Poole, all the slander that got. He's so light skinned, dog. This Bama the slander that got this Bama. He in the huddle. He in the huddle paying attention. Like
trying to sell it too.
What play we running? Stop it, dog. Yeah. Why take that, Ern? Why does it take that? Why Bama just can't just
because it's not about what it's supposed to be about with him, dog. It's not about none of that. He just want to feel like the guy. He like the lifestyle and the look that come with being the guy on the team. And come to find out, he not even the guy. He barely getting 11, 15 points. So without Steph and Clay and them Bamas, he can't get it done. He can't get it done.
It's so sad, yeah. Kuzma had 32.
Yeah, Kuzma cooker.
Yeah, Kuzma cooker, dog.
I don't like him being my number one scorer on the team.
Nah.
2 or 3 I can rock, but not one.
Yeah, so Wizards, I mean, who cares, bro?
They need to be tanking.
Who cares? Yeah, they need to be tanking, dog. Who you think going Milwaukee or the Celtics? Who you think going emerge as the?
It's early to say, but right now I'm leaning Boston got to get it done. Like Tatum got to take the next step if he's supposed to be one of them guys.
Hey, Tatum cooks, dog. Tatum be cooking.
He does, but when it's time to win, when it matters in the playoffs, then he take a step back. Yeah. They got too much talent on that team not to have a ring in this recent LeBron old, Steph and them old. He's supposed to be the next one up. You in your prime still. You got to get it done.
Agreed. Yeah. Well, they gonna have a chance this year, dog. They star 5 is mean. They got a good starting 5. Yeah, so we gonna see. Any plays tonight? Any player props you want to throw to people?
Nah, not tonight. I'm out the loop. I'll be back next week.
Yeah. It's tough out here, dog. It's tough out here. So follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. Shout out to Where's Buffy. Shout out to Sports Talk Tasha, Lance J. Shout out to my man Will, Daryl, Chris, everybody who rock with us heavy. And I know y'all. I know people was asked, did I run the 40? I ain't run the 40 yet. Don't worry, it's gonna be on video. Don't worry, I got you. It's gonna be on video when I run that jump. 4.57. When I run that 4.57, don't worry, y'all gonna see. But yeah, follow us. Stay tuned. It's your boy Laws. Aaron signing out. Peace.